Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some of your time with me today. I'm so sorry that it has been so long since I have posted a video. There's no particular reason. It's just that sort of life got in the way. It got very busy. Well, obviously there was Christmas and New Year and that was busy enough, even though we're on complete lockdown here. And I don't know about you, but I don't know, I just have gotten into a kind of a lazy, lethargic routine and I need to shake myself up a bit. So I'm going to have a little chat today and do my makeup while we're chatting. I'm going to use some of my old favourites and a couple of new things that I've discovered, and we'll have a little catch up. So I hope everybody is safe and well wherever you are. I'm going to get stuck straight in now, and I'm going to start off with a new product that I picked up before Christmas, and it's called the Gosh Dextreme, and it is full coverage foundation. That's it there. And I've never used any Gosh products before, and this one is in the colour, it's in 002 Ivory. So it's in a pump, which is very hygienic. Now it can be a bit liquidy, that's it there. You can see it's a bit runny. And I'm going to put it on with my blank canvas brush, foundation brush. So what's been going on here is literally just that we have everybody at home, working from home, college online, school online. Now up to December, up to Christmas holidays, my two youngest were at school, which was brilliant because it gave them that sense of normality and that sense of routine and purpose that I think that everybody needs. And they're 13 and 16 and they just need that normality. And then over Christmas, the numbers started to rise really, frighteningly. So they decided that they would extend the Christmas holiday by, they were due to go back on a Wednesday, I think it was the 6th, but they decided they would extend it and they wouldn't go back till the 11th, which would have been last Monday. And then they decided that, no, actually it would be safer to just keep the schools closed for the month of January, and that all schooling would go online, and that's what's been happening. And I have to say, it's working really well. The classes are an hour long each, and then they have their breaks and that, so they have a very purposeful day. That's that, and it is actually quite full coverage. You'll see it's a good color match for me. This is another new product for me, and it's by MUA, which is Makeup Academy. And it is there. It's a micro precision eyebrow pencil called Brow Define, and mine is in the color, oh, it's dark brown. It's so tiny, but that's it there. So it has a spoolie at this end, and it has the little twist up. You'll see how tiny the pencil is. And this one is like tiny little hairs, and you can go very lightly. It's very easy to correct if you make a mistake. It's very easy to fill in where you need to fill in, and they look very natural. Now, I have to say, my daughter has been dyeing my brows for me for the last couple of months. We do it about every 3 weeks, and it's just, I do have brow hair, it's just that they're very fair because like the rest of my hair, and you can see it's very natural looking. I have a magnifying mirror here. And it's a pretty good colour match for the hair and my brows as well. So you just go with tiny feather light strokes to fill in, and you can come in a bit. If you feel that your brows, are too far apart, you can come in a bit. And then of course you use the spoolie to make them look more natural, like so. I think they look pretty much the same. I'm going to use a little bit of concealer as my eyeshadow base, and this is the Sculpted by Amy. It's the Brighten Up concealer. That's a fabulous concealer. You need the tiniest amounts. I'm just going to put a tiny bit on my ring finger and pop it on. You just need the very smallest amount, just to give a little bit of base to for your eyeshadows. Now, a lot of the time at the moment, I'm not doing a lot of makeup at all. I put on a little bit of base, and then I might even just use concealer. I do my brows and my mascara and a little bit of lipstick, and that's usually all I do. But this is a great, I'll be using it as a concealer, but it's great for giving a base to your eyes as well. Now I'm going to use my Urban Decay Naked Basics 2, which is that one. It's well used, and it's one I turn to quite frequently. You know, it's one that I know it works. So I'm going to go in with this one here, which is probably the most used. This one here. There's no names for these colours, they're just taupes. And I'm using a fluffy brush because that'll give me a nice wash of colour. And actually these are some new brushes that I received for Christmas from one of my best friends. And they're Real Techniques. So there was a selection of face brushes and eye brushes, and I've really been enjoying them. So you can just about see it's just a nice gentle wash of colour if you don't want anything too obvious or dramatic for, you know, the days that we are in at the moment. So you can see that's just a nice gentle wash. Now I want to put a little bit more definition, and I am going to use, this is a MAC, I think it's a 230. It's like a little tapered brush, and I'm going to use just this colour here. So it's the second to last, and the more dense your brush, the easier it is to control the colour that you apply. You use denser brushes for darker colours. I'll just pop that on into the outer V and into the crease, and it just gives a bit of definition. Sorry, I said the denser the brush you use for darker colours. What I meant to say was the smaller the brush you will use for darker colours. That's what I meant. But if they're smaller, they do tend to be a little bit denser, because if you're using darker colours, you generally are very often working in smaller, in a smaller area on your eye. Now that looks a bit patchy there, but when I blend it out, it'll be fine. And you just keep checking that both have the same intensity of colour. This is just, it's actually a Primark, it's a fluffy brush, but it's great for just sort of blending like that. I'm going to go in with this again and do a little under my lower lashes. Everybody's at home, so the days are very busy, and there's a lot of washing and cleaning and tidying and sorting. And even though I might set out at the beginning of the day intending to, make a video or whatever, this is it's a Zoeva, it's a little smudger brush, but I find it good for doing sort of eyelining. So I'm going into the darkest colour, and I'm just going to go into my upper lashes. So my days are just busy, and I also have found at this lockdown that my motivation isn't what it used to be. I want to sleep on later in the mornings because, we don't have to be up for a particular time. Well, we do have to be up for school, but we don't have to be like up really, really early. You don't necessarily have to make sure the kids are in uniform or anything like that. So it's much more relaxed. But at the same time, even though that's a nice way to be, it's still not the best way to be. So I'm kind of giving this a little wing, as you can see. But it's very subtle. But it just gives more definition. I always of late use an eyelash curler, and I'm going to do a dedicated video because I have found a way to do it on very deep set small eyes, and that is I use my first of all I use my magnifier, and I have a particular way that I set the curler because I could never do it beforehand. But it actually does make a huge difference. And if you very quickly put your mascara on after you've used the curler, look at the difference. You can see that it'll hold it. Sorry now. My left eye I always tend to pinch, so I have to be careful. Now, and my favourite mascara at the moment is the Catrice Iconista. I actually love this, and it's a very inexpensive one. That's a relatively new, I think it was before maybe November, and this has actually surpassed what would have been my favourite, and that was the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. This is as good, if not better. It's very easy to use. It's got that lovely curled brush. Oops, don't worry about that. And then onto the other eye as well. And it really picks up, you know, every little lash at the inner corner, at the outer corner. I just love it. And I do tend to layer it, so you can put a couple of layers on, and then it does a lovely job on the bottom lashes too. So basically, that is the story about, I wasn't feeling motivated. So I decided today was the day. I'm going to put blush on now. Actually no, I'm going to put my Bobbi Brown bronzer on just to warm up my face a little bit. That is the Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light. Yes, I love this bronzer. It's a very good one, very suitable bronzer for people with my fair skin tone. I'm very fair. So I'll just warm up my forehead a little bit. And don't worry about that, I will remove it. And just a little under the cheekbones just to give a bit of definition and shape, and a little under the jawline and along the side of the nose. Then I'm going in with my very broken NARS Orgasm Blush that you can see is very well loved. And where is my blush brush? There we go. A Bobbi Brown blush brush. And a technique I've learned is to just not sweep the brush but place your product, and you get a better placement, and then you can blend it with a fluffier brush. And I love this colour because it does bring colour to your cheeks, but without, this is just a fluffy powder brush to blend it all together. It doesn't give you the, you know, bling bling colour. And I'm going to just use my Urban Decay lipstick in Rush, and it's a cream lipstick. It's just a nice neutral nudie pink. Yes, I must remember to remove this, and I can remove it with the spoolie on my, if you ever do make a mistake, let it dry and it should just flick away like that. Gone. And I really should, I'm going to put on some concealer, and I'll just do that off camera to save time. So that's the finished look. I hope you like it. It's very simple, very subtle, one that would take, you know, it's just an everyday look, but it might help you to feel, as it does with me when I put my makeup on, to feel a little bit more like, yes, I'm going to be productive and proactive today. So that's where I've been. I haven't really been even busy on Instagram, and I had been before Christmas. I'm really trying to make an effort now this year to build my channel so that I can provide you with even better content. So if you want to let me know in the comments below what you would like to see, that would be very helpful, because I don't want to make content that you don't like. I also know that quite a lot of you who watch me are not subscribed, so if you could please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, that would really help. So I hope you've enjoyed that today, and I hope you're well and safe, and I will see you, I promise, very soon in the next video. Take care, have a great day. Bye.